Hey guys, it's Carl here, the base model Tesla guy. Welcome to my new channel. Just want to go through a few things here before I take my big trip to Colorado. I'm in my new Tesla Model 3 base model. We'll talk more about how base that really is. I've got full battery. I'm heading out 900 miles to Colorado to pick up good old Sweet Allie, who's been in quarantine and does not want to get on a plane, so I'm bringing her back. Let's do this thing together. Are we ready to go? Off to Colorado. The first thing I want to say about this car is it's been a great ride, right? I got no problems with it whatsoever, but then again, I've got less than 2,000 miles on it. I'm about to increase that by another 2,000. So I'm now leaving from Carlsbad. It is 10:31 a.m. on a Thursday. I'm gonna drive to Beaver, I think it's Beaver, Utah. But I'll be stopping along the way and we'll see how this whole charging thing goes. The first thing I want to share with you is my geofencing. You see how my mirror's in? Watch this. I'll drive away from my house, get outside the geofencing, and boom, those things come out. We're ready to go. Leaving the beach, looking for the mountains. I expect this to take about 15 hours to get there and 15 hours to get back. All right, first things first, we need to find out where we're going. So we'll go into the Tesla Supercharger network.
Now turn right onto Hemingway Drive.
It looks to me like we're going to be heading out to San Bernardino first. Couple of setups here I want to do before I leave is I would like not to hear her talk the whole time. That might drive me nuts. We've got this online routing will take me on a different route if I can save 10 minutes. That's adjustable. So if you don't like your navigation to make too many turns, you just pump up that reroute minutes to be a higher time so that it won't take you on these little shortcuts that save you a minute. I don't have autopilot. That's part of my base model. Don't have full driving either. That's another $10,000. But if you notice though, it does have some features on autopilot, like speed limit warning. You can set it for the speed limit to warn you when you're speeding. I of course will leave that off today. I like this forward collision warning. If you're someone stopping in front of you, it will literally pump the brakes for you so you don't hit the person in front of you. That's it about on autopilot. And we will just check out driving. I use the standard driving as opposed to the chill. Some people do not like the acceleration in this car. It is massive, but I'm on a comfort steering mode. I am using regenerative braking, which saves energy, which gives you energy as you brake. And this stopping mode is important. It's not a real car necessarily, like an engine car. So if you have it on creep and you let go of the brake, it'll creep a little bit. So let's see how we're looking here on the, we're off to San Bernardino first. That'll be our first stop in an hour and 25 minutes. And we will look at the charging time there. It looks like I need to charge there for 20 minutes. I'm only going to use a half a battery, but based on where we're going, that's what they suggest. We get a little juice. Okay, see you in a little. Okay, well, here I am at the first stop in San Bernardino, and due to COVID, there's nobody here at the mall, and there was a guard at the front. but the charging stations are open, he told me, and I see a few Teslas here. So I'm here at the first stop, and we'll plug in. So as you may or may not know, these charging stations are open 24/7, and usually you can find an open spot, as I have here. Because of COVID, I'm going to put on my little glove, and I don't think I need my mask. I'm a good 20 feet from everybody else, but so far I have gone, let's see what I've done here. I'm 51% full, and I've gone, I don't know how many miles. I'll have to check that out, but I'm gonna go plug in and we'll see how the charging goes. Okay, so we're charging now. Looks to me like, well, it says I got 20 minutes left. I'm charging at 70 kilowatts, which is 333 miles per hour. So obviously in 20 minutes, that would be, you know, 1/3 of that, 100 miles. So I'm gonna probably put 100 miles on the battery. And on the bottom there, it talks about how much I'm paying for this session. It says 56 cents. It's probably 28 cents a kilowatt hour. I've got 3 kilowatt hours in so far, so that's about normal. I think at home I pay around 15 cents in the middle of the night, but 25 cents in the winter, so it's about the same now. I got a free 1,000 miles when I bought this car because my good friend Jason Brown referred me, and we both got 1,000 miles on charging. So that's a program that Tesla has, which I think is pretty cool. So we'll see you in 20 minutes. Just gonna sit back and finish my conference call. Okay, I think I figured out why it had me charged so quickly. If you look at the next stop, it'll be in Baker, and it looks like a far way because I'm only going to have 8% of my battery when I get to Baker, and that might cause me a little bit of range anxiety. So if I look at I'm at 90%. I think I'm going to go all the way up to 100% because it says I only have 1 minute remaining, but I'll let it top off. And for those of you who are not familiar with the supercharging stations, if your car fills up and you leave it on the charger, in other words, take up a space that someone else could be using, they will charge your credit card $1 a minute. So you never want to just walk away from your car when it's supercharging and say, well, I'll just come back when it's done, because it could be done very fast. We put in 39 kilowatts in only 20 minutes. 39 kilowatts usually at home takes me about 8 hours to put in or so. I think I do about maybe 4 kilowatts an hour. So anyway, fast charging, gotta love it. All right, well, I'm gonna get out of here. It looks like now I have 7 minutes remaining till it topped off. So the first thing it was telling me was that if I wanted to get to Baker with about 10% left in the battery and get out of here as fast as possible, that took the initial time, but now it knows I think that I want to go full. So I'm gonna wait the extra 7 minutes because I don't want range anxiety. This is my first trip, and Baker seems like a long ways away. Going back to the map here, it looks like we're gonna go through Barstow and up to Baker for the charging station. So looks like it is going to be 2 hours, 1 hour and 57 minutes, 133 miles. That's not going to give me any range anxiety. I get upwards to 180 to 200 depending on how fast I'm driving and how hot it is, how much air conditioning I'm using. So, all right, we'll hit the road. All right, well, I think that's close enough for me. I'm gonna unplug. Looks like I bought 21 kilowatts for $5.88, and that took me about 90 miles or so. So time to hit the road. For those of you who haven't seen it, just have this charging station here, and plug that in there. The door closes. It opened up, and it knows who I am and how to charge me the $5.88. But okay, we're off to Baker.